Hello everyone, I'm your TOEFL instructor, and today we are diving into the read and email task. This specific question type tests your ability to navigate everyday professional or service-related correspondence. We'll focus on scanning for logistical details like dates, times, and specific requirements. Let's get started and see how to efficiently pull the right information from this message. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to subscribe to my myTOEFL for more targeted strategies and practice sessions. D. Miller Webmail, com. This email is addressed to D. Miller Webmail, com, identifying him as the recipient of the update. E. Avanza Cycle Proshop, com. The sender is CT Avanza Cycle Proshop, com, and the Cycle Proshop, com domain tells us this is a professional message from a bicycle business. Boy 3.202020. The message was sent on 03/14/2020. In TOEFL emails, the date is often a reference point for other time-sensitive details in the text. Bicycle repair completion. The subject line, bicycle repair completion, clearly signals the purpose of the email, informing the customer that the work on their bike is done. Dear David Miller. Addressing the recipient as Dear David Miller maintains a polite, semi-formal, professional tone suitable for customer service. Your bicycle repair is now finished and it is ready for collection. This opening sentence delivers the main news: the repair is now finished. By stating it is ready for collection, the sender explains that the service phase is over and the pickup phase begins. You can pick it up from our shop starting this Saturday, March 16th. This sentence provides the specific timeline for the customer. The phrase starting this Saturday establishes the earliest possible moment the bicycle can be picked up. We are open from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. during the weekend. Here, the sender clarifies the shop's availability during the weekend. Listing the hours 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. is a common way for TOEFL text to provide specific data for detailed questions. Please remember to bring your original repair ticket to the front counter. This sentence highlights a crucial instruction using the imperative please remember. It identifies the original repair ticket as the necessary document for the transaction. As a loyal customer, you will receive a 10% discount on all new accessories. The sender adds a customer service incentive here, referring to David as a loyal customer. This status grants him a 10% discount, which is a secondary detail often used as a distractor or a minor point in questions. If you cannot collect it by next Wednesday, please call us to arrange a later date. This sentence sets a deadline of next Wednesday. It uses the conditional if to explain that the customer should call if they cannot meet this time frame. We hope you enjoy your next ride with your fully serviced bike. The closing sentence is a polite well wish. The phrase fully serviced bike confirms that all necessary work has been completed successfully. Best regards. The phrase best regards is a standard professional sign-off used to end the message politely. Chris Evans. The name Chris Evans identifies the shop representative who is handling the repair communication. On which day can David first pick up his bicycle? This question is asking for a specific detail regarding the timeline. We need to find the first possible day for pickup mentioned in the text. Let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. Monday, March 18th. We can eliminate Monday, March 18th because, while David could pick it up then, it is not the very first day available. Now, let's examine option B. Friday, March 15th. The date Friday, March 15th is incorrect because the email specifically says pickup starts on Saturday, not Friday. Here's option C. Let's break it down. Sunday, March 17th. While Sunday, March 17th is during the weekend, the text indicates the shop is open earlier than this. Finally, let's look at option D. Saturday, March 16th. This is the correct choice. The email states David can pick it up starting this Saturday, which the option identifies as Saturday, March 16th. Therefore, the correct answer is option D, because it perfectly matches the earliest pickup date mentioned in the email. What item is required for David to collect his bicycle? This question asks for a specific item required for the collection. We should scan for nouns related to what the customer must bring. Now, keeping this in mind, let's look at our options. Let's take a closer look at option A. His personal identification. The text never mentions identification. This is a common distractor that sounds plausible in real life, but isn't in the passage. Now let's examine option B, the original repair ticket. This is the correct answer. The email explicitly instructs the customer to bring your original repair ticket to the counter. Here's option C. Let's break it down. A printed copy of the email. While he received an email, the text specifically asks for the ticket, not a printed copy of the message itself. Finally, let's look at option D, a valid credit card. A credit card might be used for payment, but the passage does not list it as a requirement for collection. The correct answer to this question is option B, since the text explicitly mandates bringing that specific document. To master the read and email task, always prioritize scanning for concrete nouns and dates. Be wary of options that sound realistic but aren't explicitly supported by the text. Remember to check the subject line first to understand the context immediately.